everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today's vlog is the much awaited wedding vlog. So it's my brother-in-law's wedding and finally the functions have started. So we started off the festivities with Mehendi functions, which were every night for about 2 to 3 days. These functions were arranged by my sister-in-laws as well as the groom's cousins. Preparation, we got these beautiful gajre as well as lots of Mehendi towels. We did get Mehendi done as well, and can you guess who the Mehendi artist was? Me! So I did these designs on my sister-in-laws, and let me know in the comments below, guys, how you think my Mehendi designs are. As you guys know, the best part of any function is the food. So every Mehendi function had a yummy feast at the end. Today's menu was this yummy halwa, and they had this delicious degi like kabli pulao. I swear this was devoured within seconds. It was so good. We also had a kofte salan, which I think was my favorite item on the menu. So basically here what they were doing was they were setting everything in trays and bowls so that it would be served for all the guests that were upstairs. These Mehendi functions, they were so much fun. It was really nice to gather with family, mashallah. The kids had a lot of fun, and eventually they got so tired of running around that they went to sleep right before it was our turn to eat. People told me that wedding food is just different, and I have to say it is truly delicious. So here it was the next day, which was the nikah. So in our families, it's tradition for the nikah to be a simple event where the groom's family, specifically elders, they go to the girl's house and they get the nikah done. It's not a very big function or anything. As you can see, they distributed mitai along with the favors to everyone, and then they basically had chai with some snacks, and that was the program. So pretty simple. And then it was time for the official Mehendi event, which was happening at the bride's house. So this is my dress for the Mehendi. It was so bright and colorful, giving full-on Mehendi vibes. I love the detail on this dress, especially the sleeves. Like, it was so beautiful. Do you see all this work on it? It was pretty heavy, and I felt like a bride myself, but mashallah, like, the dress was beautiful. I love the sleeves, and I love the fact that it was a long anarkali style outfit. So we had also gotten the baskets with the bride's outfit, shoes, jewelry, you know, all of that stuff ready, as well as some roses for her. We also had our Mehendi towels prepared ahead of time. During this whole process, I really bonded with my cousins, with my husband's cousins, you know, because we were just chilling and doing like all the Mehendi prep. It was so much fun. We packed everything into the car, and then it was finally time to go for the function. So yeah, the bride and groom entered with the whole family. We had like little kids in the front entering with dolls, and my sister-in-laws throwing rose petals. I'm sure you guys know that Mehendi functions have a lot of different rasams or like rituals. In our Mehendi function, it was a ritual that, you know, the girl's family, they gave every member of the groom's side like a small scarf, a flower har, and like they sprayed some perfume on, and also gave like handkerchief or rumal, and lots of gajre too. So yeah, it's a tradition as old as time, and it was really interesting seeing all these rituals at the function. So even I got seated down and everyone was feeding me mitai and like putting all these things on me, so it was fun. But yeah, my brother-in-law really likes fireworks, so my husband made sure to give him like a full fireworks show. They went on the roof and they got all the fireworks going. It looked really beautiful, mashallah. And then finally it was time for the food. So they had kabli pulao, gosh salan, as well as some dal and roti on the menu. As you can tell, kabli pulao is a staple here in Peshawar, and like Xavier just kept pointing to the rice saying more and more, so it was pretty good. After a long function, we ended up going home pretty late that night, and the next day was the Bharat function. So first thing on the to-do list was to get the car decked up. So first thing in the, I believe in the afternoon, we had the decorator come and he started working on the designs. So we had gone through lots of pictures to select which design we wanted, and after seeing a lot of options, we decided to go for a simple and elegant look. So we didn't want it to be fully covered with a lot of flowers or a lot of tulle as he's putting on here. We want it to be a little bit more simple and elegant. So yeah, he ended up using like fresh flowers everywhere, and I love that because it just looks so much better than fake flowers. Plus it smelled amazing. So yeah, here he was just taking out like just the roses from each of the flowers, and he did put in a lot of hard work, and it was like, you know, he was trying to make sure that everything was perfect. This day we didn't really have anything other to do than get the car ready as well as get ourselves ready. I had laid out the kids' clothes and my husband's clothes ahead of time, so everything was prepared. My husband and Xavier were basically matching in navy blue outfits, while Zoe and I were matching with like light pink or rose gold outfits, which I will show you guys in a bit. I try to show you little clips here and there. But yeah, the guys were basically monitoring the decorating process and making sure that if there were any changes that needed to be made, they would just make it on the spot. And do let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the final product and how the car looks overall. But yeah, mashallah, here is the final product. Now it was time for me to get ready. So we had actually gotten the makeup artist to come home and get us ready at home instead of going to the parlor, because I had the kids clinging on to me and we were just so many girls waiting to get ready that we thought it would be easier that way. So as soon as Zoya fell asleep and Xavier was busy with his grandma, I quickly went to get ready. So we were about 7 to 8 girls that had to get ready. So the makeup artist was working really fast. She used a lot of makeup brands from the US and Canada, which was really nice. You guys saw a little sneak peek of the dress, and here's the jewelry that I was pairing the dress with. It matched really nicely, and I think my favorite part of the jewelry was the jewelry. It looks so nice. And here's the final look. So this is my dress. It was a net material, and we had all decided to get net dresses as a theme. So I fell in love with this light pink color and had to get it. I paired it with like elegant, simple rose gold block heels. Overall, it looked really beautiful. Before we left for the wedding hall, we had prepared these items for the bride's arrival at home. So we had some candles, rose petals, and like this happy marriage sign. So we had a little surprise planned for the bride and groom, which I will show you guys in a little bit. But yeah, now we're on the way to the hall, and as you can see, these are all the cars that were part of, you know, the groom's entrance to get the bride, which we like to call junj. And all the cars that you see like flashing their lights, they're all part of that, you know, the groom's entrance. And here is the groom's car that we had decorated, that you guys saw earlier. We finally arrived at the wedding hall, and as you guys can see, we had like a long line of cars, so we were just slowly waiting. And this whole line of cars and everyone all the way to the back, those are all our guests. Of course, it's a Pakistani wedding, so definitely we had to have a lot of guests. The groom's entrance, it was pretty fun and very loud. They had fireworks going on, and his friends and family, they had like the dole going to welcome him as well. They turned on these like huge sparklers too, which looked really nice. It was quite an entrance, if I have to say so myself. Like, look at this, it was so pretty. What actually happened was my mother-in-law wanted me to get a full experience of like the whole wedding and just the groom's entrance, so she actually made me sit in the car along with the kids. So it was me, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, the groom, and Zoya and Xavier, and we all sat in the car and we basically got a full, you know, experience of the entrance, and it was so much fun just watching it live. But yeah, then we basically parked the car closer to the women's entrance, and we did have separate halls for the men and women. So now here are a few sneak peeks into the bar function. After a long function, we brought the bride home, alhamdulillah. So mashallah, this was our little surprise for the couple. We had decorated the entrance with rose petals and candles and balloons to welcome the couple to their new home. So mashallah, it turned out so nice and everyone loved it. We had to have a sparkler in front of the entrance because why not? It was like the perfect addition. So yeah, once the bride and groom reached the entrance of their room where we had put this sign, all my sister-in-law stood in the door and they did the famous tradition of getting the groom to pay money in order to get into his room. It was so much fun. My brother-in-law was negotiating with everyone, and finally an amount was decided and he had to pay up. But yeah, now it is finally time for the big gift reveal, as I promised in my previous vlog. So as you guys saw in my previous video, I had bought a basket to place all the gifts we brought for the bride and groom from Canada. So I had gotten the bride a purse, a perfume set, and I also got these makeup sets as well as a hair straightener. We had also gotten an iPhone for my brother-in-law, which I forgot to take a clip of. But yeah, we had decided to we were planning to give these gifts in the Valima function, which was the next day. So do let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Do you like the gift surprise, and how does my packing look? Doesn't it look amazing? Also let me know, out of everything, which gift is your guys' favorite? Yeah, mashallah, mashallah, I was really happy with the way the whole, gift looked and how the packing came out. I was really happy with it, and I think it looked really elegant for me to give at the function. Next morning, the bride's family had brought nashta for the groom's family. So it's a pretty old tradition, but usually on the next morning after the wedding, the bride's family brings breakfast or nashta for the groom's family. And here we had a pretty traditional breakfast. We had, chicken charga, like halwa, boiled eggs, and lots of parathas. Xavier was getting a lot of love and special attention from his cousins. I loved how all the kids bonded and Xavier got to experience like all of these family relationships. Mashallah, mashallah, it was so cute. And then it was time for the Valima. So here is Xavier's cute outfit. Mashallah, doesn't he look so cute? The Valima day was quite stressful because my husband had to go early to make sure all the food prep was going properly and also to make sure that the hall was ready on time. So this is the hall that we had booked for the wedding, Shahi Club Gathering Hall. And this is where we had the Valima. Since we were hosting the Valima, we had to arrive before the guests to welcome them at the door. So it was quite a rush getting to the hall on time. So here, this is the entrance to the men's hall. And as you can see, the hall was beautiful. They had like this really nice arrangement of seating outside the hall. And I loved how, it was nicely decorated and pretty elegant. It wasn't like overly floral or overly colorful as we saw in like other halls. And this is the theme that we decided to go with. Yeah, this is the men's side or the men's hall, and it was pretty simple, pretty elegant, and they had the groom stage right in front, as you guys can see. Lots of seating because we had a lot of guests. Overall, we really liked the hall and the service, and now I will share with you guys the women's hall and snippets of the Valima. سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهدى يا صاحي كي تستريح وبث الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء الرحيب الفسيح سبيل الدموع. So the Valima function was quite huge with a lot of guests. I was in charge of choosing the stage backdrop, which you guys saw. I loved how it turned out. It was so pretty and it matched the bride's clothes perfectly, just like she wanted. My husband, on the other hand, he was responsible for managing the food prep and monitoring the whole, food preparation process. The food was being prepared in digs, as you guys can see here. We had traditional food items in the menu like charsadda rice, saag, and gosht. We also had this namkeen gosht dish, which it was really yummy, like a really yummy meat curry. We also had to have kabuli pulao. As you guys know, traditional food. So kabuli pulao was a must. And it was, as you guys can see here, it's just getting ready. And guys, this was like the best kabuli pulao that I've had in this entire like function, like it was so good. Overall, the Valima food was just delicious. So yeah, this is the kabuli pulao, like rice, the topping and everything. And then we also had this fried chicken, and this was so good. Like it tasted really different to any other chicken dish or fried chicken that I've had. Honestly, watching this video made me hungry because all of this food tasted amazing. It was really yummy. Easily the best food that I've had on this trip. But yeah, here they were making lots and lots of naan. They had like a whole system going on with people making the naan and then spreading ghee on top and then cooking it in the tandoor. But yeah, overall the Valima function was amazing. We had lots of fun and the couple really loved our gifts, alhamdulillah. That's all for this wedding vlog, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as you guys followed along with me. I loved everything I learned, and especially all the prep and the family bonding that was included. It was a great experience overall. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. With that, I will end this vlog and let me know in the comments how you guys like this vlog. I will meet you guys in the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.